Good afternoon, I'm Tracy Sinclair, and we are getting ready to go live down to Juneau for the opening of the 33rd legislative session, the second session of the year. The reconvening of the Senate is going to take place here in just a few minutes, and so we will take you live as they begin. Right now, they are just getting set up. We've been talking a lot about some of the pre-filed bills that have already been made for this session, and dozens of pieces of legislation were released last week, the announcements of those. One of them is Republican Senator Shelley Hughes, who is pushing for a bill that would require school districts to assign certain trained individuals to carry a concealed handgun on school grounds. Democratic Representative Andy Josephson, also one of his bills, is House Bill 261. It would in part establish a vehicular homicide offense in a state statute. He's also multiple pre-filed bills that he submitted. Some of the others include House Bill 239, which would see post-traumatic stress disorder as an allowable claim for workers' compensation on firefighters, police officers, emergency medical technicians, and certain others. He's also pre-filed House Bill 248, which would require consent for any sort of pelvic exam. This would include both healthcare providers and students receiving instruction or participating in clinical training. Again, a number of pre-filed bills already on the books, and they're beginning. We'll join in now as the Senate reconvenes.
Will the Senate please come to order? Welcome, everyone. Good to see you this morning. Members, please signify your presence by voting.
The roll shows 19 members present.
With 19 members shown as present, we have a quorum to conduct business. At this time, I am appointing Senator Kaufman and Senator Tobin to inform the governor that the Senate is ready to do business. I'm also appointing Senator Dunbar and Senator Merrick to notify the House that the Senate is ready to do business. So senators will take a brief at ease at this time to allow for notification of the governor and the House. Brief at ease.
And with that, the Senate is back in session after being off for much of the summer. And they are look like they're getting ready to work. They are going through the process, the formalities of noting to the governor and also to the House that they are back in session and ready to work.
I keep it short here because it minimizes the contrast with the absent here.
It's not one of all those, Jesse. That's the whole lines. They got the line to it.
So I've got a doctor whose hair is gone about like yours. He's gone the other way with it. He just goes full shape. You don't want to go that direction? No? Not for me. Well, I was probably 14 years old when they debate about whether genetics were all from mother's side and father's side. Right. It doesn't matter. They're all ball, both sides, all the way back. Every ball. You're screwed either way. So I was about 14 when Marty Beckerman walked to the synagogue on a raging fall day in England.
We're going to stick with this for just a few minutes. A couple of the other pre-filed bills that have been made. Another one by Senator Hughes, Senate Bill 172, which is centered on senior benefits and would extend those while lengthening the time before review is needed. It would push that to 2034, keeping it in place until then. And Senate Bill 177, which targets AI deepfakes, cybersecurity, and data transfers,
That's where mine was.
which in part demands that campaigns using any sort of deepfake disclosure that they use and bars the transfer of data between state agencies without an individual's consent first. Obviously, our crew is down there, and they are getting ready for their story for tonight. So you can see we're picking up different individuals in the room. As I said, we're going to stick with this for just a few minutes. As the Senate has reconvened, they are now sending word to the governor officially that the Senate is ready to work, and they are sending word to the House that the Senate is back and ready to work.
Yeah, no, I've been running it. He's doing 2 weeks since I work. Yeah, right. A whole bunch of bills that will never make it. Every other load I'm doing him to unload my trailer. Oh, yeah. They have such a stock up there. Oh, no, I didn't have time to take it off of here. It's not budget day. Sir.
And that is Senator Gary Stevens. He is the Senate president. He is a Republican from Kodiak, District C, and he has just reconvened the Senate for the second session of the 33rd Legislature. We will have more tonight on Alaska's News Source, and of course all day long on alaskasnewssource.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We're also going to be back at 1 o'clock this afternoon for the reconvening of the House. Thank you so much for your time.